नमस्कार आणि योकार गोमंतक टीव्हीच्या या सदरात तुम्ही पळयतात स्वयंपूर्ण युवा विथ प्रोफेसर मनोज कामत. हांव प्रोफेसर मनोज कामत तुमच्या फुड्यान घेवन येता दर आठवड्याक एक स्वयंपूर्ण युवा तरणाटो जाका ताक आसा, जाका शक्ती आसा, नवें कितें घडोवपाची, नवें विश्व सजोवपाचें आनी अशें नवें विश्व घडोवपी, नवे उद्योग धंदे रचपी तरुणाईं कडेन आमी संवाद सादतात एकाच कारणा खातीर, कारण नव्या तरुणाक एक बरो रोल मॉडेल आमी दितले. रोल मॉडेल जाणें नोकऱ्यो मागल्यो ना, नोकऱ्यो जाणें तयार केल्यो, नोकऱ्यो जाणें लोकांक तयार करून दिल्यो. आमची जर इकॉनॉमी, आमची जर संस्था, आमची जर आर्थीक वेवस्था जर वाडीक लागूंक जाय, चालीक लागूंक जाय जाल्यार आमकां बरे उद्योजक जाय किंवा उद्योजक मानसिकता जाय. ह्या मानसिकतेंतल्यानूच नवे स्वयंपूर्ण युवा तयार जातले, नवें गोंय घडटलें, नवो भारत घडटलो हाचो हावेस आमकां सगळ्यांक आसा. आनी त्याच हावेसांतल्यान आज आमी भासाभास करतले बाब फ्लॉयड तावारेसा कडेन. बाब फ्लॉयड तावारेस एक इंजिनियर, गोवा इंजिनियरींग कॉलेज थंयच्यान ताणें इंजिनियरींग केलें, मॅकानिकलान ताणें इंजिनियरींग केलें, मागीर ते गोवा इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ मॅनेजमेंटांतल्यान ताणें MBA केली. ताच्या नंतर 6 वर्सां ताणें नोकरी केली, पण गेल्या 6 वर्सां ते आपल्या स्वताच्या धंद्यांत आसात. आपल्या स्वताच्या धंद्या मार्फत ताणें 15-20 जाणांक नोकऱ्योच्यो संद्यो आपल्या धंद्यांत प्राप्त करून दिले. फ्लॉयड बाब येवकार तुका. यू आर वेलकम इन दिस शो.
Welcome. So excited to be here. I know it's a Konkani show, but I would like to start off with a small disclaimer. That I will be trying to speak in English and whatever little Konkani, I speak Konkani, but in the interest of the listeners, I won't try and speak English. Yes.
फ्लॉयड बाब आमचो नीज गोंयकार आनी गोंयकाराची भास खंयची आसूं म्हाका दिसता ती सगळ्या गोंयकारां पर्यंत पावतली. गोमंतक टीव्ही ती आमच्या सगळ्यां पर्यंत पावयतली. फ्लॉयड बाब, टेल अस समथींग अबाउट युअर सेल्फ. म्हणजे तुज्या बद्दल सांग. एक भुरगो म्हणून, एक विद्यार्थी म्हणून, इंजिनियरींग भुरगो MBA शिकपाक गेलो, मागीर नोकऱ्यो सोदपाक लागलो. नोकऱ्यो सोदता सोदता धंदो तुका कसो, हाव डीड यू गेट युअर सेल्फ कनेक्टेड टू बिझनेस? धंद्यान कसो पावलो?
So fun fact is, I think my DNA, I always wanted to be in business.
हय, धंद्यान रावूंकूच जाय आशिल्लें.
Always wanted to be in business. We don't come from a family background business. My dad was a hard-working employee who had a side business.
अच्छा.
Extremely hard-working. He's up there, giving his blessings. But when I was in college, when I was in GIM, I started the entrepreneurship cell.
वाह, तर GIM
In GIM.
शाबास.
When I was a mechanical engineer, again in engineering, we didn't have the so-called career guidance,
बरोबर.
aptitude. We go with the flow.
हय.
And the flow is good, right? So no regrets on everything and anything, because I learned a lot. It allowed me to crack CAT, get into GIM. But one thing I realized is, whether you are working in a company, whether you are running a company, you are an entrepreneur.
वाह, विचार बरो. म्हणजे कितें, एंटरप्रेन्योर हो कोण जाल्यार जो रिस्क घेता तो एंटरप्रेन्योर म्हणटात न्हय. वन हू टेक्स रिस्क इज कॉल्ड एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर.
Yes, one who can help add value
Wow.
to a customer,
Wow.
grow their money,
Wow.
help build a team, and help lead.
धंदोवाईक कोण जो आपलें पोट भरता तो न्ही अशें म्हणटात ते. फ्लॉयड बाब म्हणटा जो दुसऱ्या खातीर वॅल्यू एड करता, जो दुसऱ्यांचें जीवन सुसह्य करता, बरें करता आनी स्वता रिस्क घेवन हें सगळें जाका पार पडपी व्यक्तीक एंटरप्रेन्योर म्हणटात. सो टेल अस समथींग अबाउट युअर बिझनेस. तुज्या धंद्या बद्दल सांग. तुमी सुरवातीक एक कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनर म्हणून उद्याक आयले. ताच्या पयलीं तुमी डेल्टीन आनी इंडिगो TV मार्केटिंग केलें, सेल्स केलें, कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनिंग केलें. आतां तुमी नवे धंदे उबारपाक तुमी लीप एंटरप्रेन्योर हो धंदो सुरू केलो. सांगा म्हाका तुमकां सविस्तर तुमच्या धंद्या बद्दल.
So I'm on this movement to create the leap entrepreneur.
म्हणजे?
What is a leap entrepreneur? Right? Japan has given the world ikigai. Ikigai is a way of life. Right? But can we create a way of business?
क्या बात आहे. म्हणजे जीवनशैली हाका आमी इकिगाय म्हणटात, वे ऑफ लायफ. पण काम करपाची शैली, स्वयंपूर्ण जावपाची शैलीक तुमी लीप म्हणटात.
Yeah. So L stands for
हय,
love what you do.
लव वॉट यू डू.
The most biggest problem in business is entrepreneurs start business to make money and then they get burnt out. They want to retire from the business because they don't love what they do. Right? So first you have to love what you do. And then you'll never want to retire from business. How many of us want to retire at 45? Why do you want to retire if you love what you do? Right? You would love doing this even till you're 95. right? E is people don't buy your product or energy. People don't buy a product or service. They buy your energy.
Wow.
Right? They buy your state. Right? Energy sells because energy is contagious. A is nothing against the education system, but A stands for imperfect action. Our schooling system always taught us to take decisions basis a lot of data. Right? But in business, there's no data. You have to take decisions with 40% data, 30% data.
बरोबर.
Right? So how do you take imperfect action? Take a decision, make it right. There's no right or wrong decision.
बरोबर.
Right? And P is SMEs, entrepreneurs, are the world's best kept secret. So P stands for produce your best self and share it with the world.
शाबास.
Right? So once an entrepreneur has these 4 rhythms in their life, you love what you do, energetic, action oriented, and produce your best self, share it with the world, you become a leap entrepreneur.
Hi.
Real fulfillment.
What exactly you do to create value for yourself?
Okay, first, how did we create value? Now, a lot of students are watching this.
Hi.
Right? So I want to tell you first, coming from a first point, you need to be a value-preneur. Right? You need to be creating value for yourself, for others, everyone around you. Right? So the leap is all about creating value. How do you create value? Okay, the first point to create value is you need to become valuable, which means you need to learn more. Right? So many times we go to college, we go to school as a check mark activity because someone has paid our fees. Right? So we passed an exam, it's check marks. But in that process, how much can you learn? How much can you become? Because success at the end of the day is not what you achieve, but who you become in the process. So become more valuable by learning more.
Correct. Constantly upgrade.
Constantly upgrade. How often entrepreneurs, we don't upgrade. Right? The last education we've done is probably a MBA or a BBA or a BA, BCom. And then we start learning on the job.
मी कंटिन्युअसली तुम्ही शिकत रावात, शिकपाक अंत ना, आणि जो एंटरप्रेन्योर जो आसा जो शिकना जाल्यार तो टिकचो ना, हो संदर्भ फ्लॉयड बाब आज आमकां दितात.
So that's where we realize, so this is a new me. The previous me used to not read, used to not study, used to not
हय, म्हणजे भुरगेपणान सगळेच जाण भुरगे, हांवूय करतालो, अभ्यास करपा नाका, वाचपा नाका, नवी शिकपा नाका, कोणा बरोबर विचार उलोवपा नाका. आतां
but I liked football.
हां,
Okay, I liked football, I liked sport. Now
you read.
Now I like to read.
Achha.
I study for at least 2 hours a day.
You study for 2 hours a day even today.
Even now. Since the last one and a half year.
क्या बात है.
Okay. And I'm in my 30s. Second is, so why do I tell you this comparison? Because as a student, I was not the most proactive person.
म्हणजे तुमकां दिसता तुमच्या भितर 100% बदल घडला फक्त तुम्ही एंटरप्रेन्योर जाले म्हणून.
Yes, not by meeting the right people. By meeting the right people.
How does one meet the right people? कशा तुमकां योग्य व्यक्ती कशा तुम्ही सोदतले, कोण मेळटलो?
You attract them.
You attract them.
You attract them through, again, I talk a lot about energies. When you know exactly what you stand for and what you want to do. Matlab, you want to influence 1 lakh students through this program.
Hi.
You are clear of what you want to be, who you want to impact. Once you know your impact, then all you got to do is define what will create the impact. You are
म्हणजे
creating.
एकदा तुम्ही तुमचो मार्ग शोधलो, तुमचे ध्येय शोधले काय, तुम्ही कार्य करत राहात असे तुम्ही म्हणता.
Absolutely.
त्याच्या खातीर शिकत राहात.
Yes.
त्याच्या खातीर
But
वाचत
then you
राहात.
will study what you like doing. Because now you like interviewing. So you're going to study how to interview.
Correct.
You're going to study who to interview. You're going to study us. You're going to study all the guests. And in that process,
I learn more.
you will learning much more.
What else is the next thing?
So because you learn now,
Yeah.
then you're going and putting it out. When you put it out, people start seeing this. Now when people start seeing this, all of them know that now, hey, this guy said this thing about how to grow your business. This big entrepreneur came on the show. They are spreading the word, and all of a sudden 100 become 1,000, 1,000 become 2,000. Networking. People start, through the power of social media,
Barabar.
10,000, 2,000, 1 lakh people are now hearing and watching your TV show on Gomantak, because you are now hell-bent, you are attracting this. And you are sure what you want. You want to impact 10 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 million, 5 million, 10 million. And now you're working on it. And you don't even, the best part of it, you won't even know that you've grown. You won't even know that you've
What is the next step then?
The next step is to do it every day, 1% better.
सुंदर. आज खऱ्या यशस्वी जीवनाची किंवा यशस्वी मिनिंग मंत्राज ऑफ अ सक्सेसफुल बिझनेस आज फ्लॉयड बाबान आमकां सांगलें आनी 4 गजाल्यो ते म्हणटात. सबंद दिवस वेळ मेळटा तसो शिकत रावात, प्रयत्न करत रावात, जागरूक रावात, नेटवर्किंग करात आनी प्रत्येक वेळार नवो दीस बऱ्या पद्दतीन घडोवपा खातीर कंटिन्युअस इम्प्रूवमेंट तुमी करत रावात. यश तुमकां सदां मेळटलें. बट फ्लॉयड, माय क्वेश्चन, म्हाका प्रश्न तुका की सुरवात खंयच्यान जावची. आज सगळे जे भुरगे जे आसा तांकां दिसता की आज आमकां मदत करपाक कोण ना, आज गव्हर्मेंट पयशे दिवपाक तयार आसा, EDC आसा, IDC आसा, स्किम्स आसात, पण वी आर नॉट गेटिंग द रायट पर्सन टू टॉक टू. किंवा म्हाका इच्छा आसा धंदो करपाक बट म्हाका कितें करप तें कळना, त्या वेळार तुमकां कशी मदत भुरग्यांक जावं येता.
Here they're expecting the work to be done by someone else.
रेडीमेड म्हाका दी.
Ready-made. So if my mindset is I will always do something only if someone helps me, if the government helps me, if I get this loan, if the bank helps me, if something clicks, then you're always in a frame of someone else is going to come to save me. But in business, you have to save yourself.
Wow.
You're swimming in your own sea. So you have to create the path. You can either go with the flow or grow with the flow.
शाबास.
Right? Going with the flow is today one bank approaches you, you take a loan.
आनी सादी गजाल ती. हांगा वच
it's
थंय
smooth
वच
flowing.
कोण सांगता तशें
Yeah, so you will go with the flow. Today the tide goes this side, you go with the flow. But if you really want to make an impact in life, you need to first figure what's the flow you want.
फ्लॉयड बाब, तुम्ही 6 वर्सां MBA जाल्यानंतर नोकरी केली आणि ताच्या नंतर 6 वर्सांनी तुमकां दिसलें धंद्यान येवचें. म्हणजे नोकरी ते धंदो, फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉयमेंट टू सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट. हाव वॉज द जर्नी अँड वॉट वॉज द टर्निंग पॉयंट?
The turning point actually was marriage. Right? So actually 2 turning points, and both were, the first was my dad getting cancer. Right? So I was in Bombay and I get a call that you have to fly down immediately. And again, I didn't love what I did there because it was a company that promised me that I will do digital marketing for the Fortune 500 companies. And I was doing cut, copy, paste. I didn't like it. I got a call saying my dad got a tumor the size of a tennis ball. I had to come down the same next day.
तुमकां नोकरी सोडची पडली कुटुंबीक कारणा खातीर.
But hear my story out.
Yeah.
At that very moment, I called up someone in Goa saying, I'm leaving permanently. Is there a job? And she said, yes, there is a job. Consequently, the director is in Bombay and would like to meet you. And that interview for the company was in Bombay. The director was in Bombay in a car drive, in a taxi, because she was going from one place to another to an expo in a 2-hour car drive. And the director told me, I need to make my marketing plan for the year. If you can make my marketing plan in 3 hours, and for the whole year, when you come down, I will give you whatever offer you want. Okay. So I said, okay, can you fly me down? I was anyway supposed to come to Goa. She flew me down. See how it's aligning. I came to Goa, attended to my dad, spent 3 hours because that's all I could give, created their whole 1-year plan in 3 hours. And then she said, beautiful, this is exactly what I wanted. And I got what I wanted.
But that gave you an idea also to shift to your new business.
No, that time business was not in the picture at all, because now I entered a company that was truly changing the hospitality space.
धंद्यान कशें पावले?
Casino. So I'll explain that process. So over the period of 4 years, I learned in that company. So at Delton, we had 5 5-star hotels. We had 4 casinos. Multiple opportunities to learn. We were getting married. My wife was managing marketing for Vodafone Enterprise, and she launched Kotak 811 in Bombay. So either she comes down or I move out.
You have to go out. Yeah.
Right? Now our parents were aging, so she said she will come down. Now my wife is leaving her job, high paying job from Bombay, coming down to Goa. I'm in extremely high, well settled, high paying job in the state of Goa. Now we decided at that point in time that with her expertise and her expertise of the big corporates, driving strategy, brand strategy for big corporates the world over, Vodafone, Kotak, they are the big names. And me having an experience of building a local homegrown brand, which was 3-month-old to today what it is. We could combine that because through our whole journey, we realized that not one partner came to us and said, I will help you grow your business.
बरोबर.
Munche, Website guy came to me and said, "Atuka visitor data website." Graphic designer said, "A borrow design kotta." But not one person said, "I will, whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to help you deliver results. I'm going to help you grow your business." That's where we saw a big gap.
कसलो धंदो सुरू केला मागीर?
So we decided to start a consulting firm,
वा,
right? Branding consulting. We're going to grow companies by creating
लक्षात घ्या
brand that delivers.
दर्शकांनी, एक इंग्लिशान एक शब्द आसा ब्रँडिंग, म्हणजे तूं जो इमेज वाडोवपा खातीर ताका प्रयत्न करता ते ब्रँडिंग कन्सल्टंट. फ्लॉयडान पयलो धंदो सुरू केलो बायले बरोबर, ताका ते म्हणटात ब्रँडिंग न्हय, तर ड्रँडिंग. हाऊ इज ब्रँडिंग डिफरंट फ्रॉम ब्रँडिंग?
So branding was a very fluffy term.
हय,
Right, म्हणजे
तुझी image दाखय.
only image, logo.
हय,
But if you go to the science of growing business, it's
Hi.
all brand.
हय,
Right? The reason you buy an Apple, the reason you buy the shoes you're wearing, the reason you buy the jacket you're wearing, the glares, the Ray-Bans you're wearing, it's all brand related. It's not branding, it's brand. So
It's
there's
brand.
a big difference in brand and branding. Right? So I was on a mission to explain people that brand is different from branding. And brand is a standard.
हय.
Munche, we have to do a lot of things regularly, consistently, not only looking good, not only website, not only color, but how you deliver the service, how you deliver the experience, and the smell, the sound, your service levels. When you go to a Taj, you know there's service. You don't go to Taj because of the logo. You don't go because of a good poster. You go there because once you go to the Taj brand,
Experience.
the experience, someone will take your bag, the scent, the sound, the smile, the interiors. So that is just a, people always mistook branding and brand was never thought in.
Where are your initial clients?
So initially, one of my first clients, it just fell to us. There was a new hotel opening called Hyatt Centric. Right, Hyatt, and Hyatt for brand is a standard. Like you can't just enter a Hyatt. And a close friend of mine was working there. He said, "Why don't you meet the marketing manager?" And then we got an opportunity to launch Hyatt Centric in Goa. And Bambuli Beach Resort was opening up. Was getting renovated. So we met the dynamic Mr. Vero, and we told him that this is what you've done. And he had heard about us because I was working with Goa Institute of Management, and his daughter was studying there. So then we helped to work closely with Bambuli Beach. So it just flowed one after the
Beautiful.
other.
Who are your other clients at that time? Ani कोण clients आहात तुम्ही
So that time we worked with the Taj, all hospitality.
Wow.
Right? We worked with Taj. We worked with
Hyatt,
Hyatt,
GIM
other Hyatt as well, Grand Hyatt. We work with GIM, everyone in the start.
लक्षात घ्या दर्शकांनो, एक आमचो गोंयकार साळीगांवचो एक भाव इंजिनियर जाता, MBA करता, कर्मधर्म संयोगान कौटुंबिक जबाबदारी म्हण ताका मुंबयच्यान बरी नोकरी सोडून हांगा येवचें पडटा. सुरवातीक नोकरी करून मागीर घोव बायल धंद्यान घुसल्यात आणि धंद्यातल्यान ल्हान धंदो ते, आणि फ्लॉयड आपल्या बायोडेटान बरें सांगतात की एक सिंगल मनीस जर धंदो करपी जर आसत जाल्यार ताणें आपणे मदत केला ताका, आणि 600 कोटी कंपनी टर्नओव्हर आशिल्ले कंपनीकूय हांवें तांच्याय बरोबर धंदो केला. म्हणजे हो सगळो आत्मविश्वास आमच्या गोंयच्या तरणाट्या भितर, स्वयंपूर्ण युवा भितर आसा, हाचो आमकां सार्थ अभिमान दिसता. फ्लॉयडान सुरवातीक तो धंदो केलो ब्रँडिंग, आणि मागीर फ्लॉयड आयले आपल्या लीप एंटरप्रेन्योर ह्या धंद्या भितर. टेल अस समथिंग अबाउट
So
युअर
I'll
लीप.
tell you how the Leap also is an amazing project.
Wow.
So branding as a service is quite taxing. Munche takes a lot of time.
Hi.
Today,
आता कितें करता लीप? नवे
Yeah, so-
धंदेवाईक तयार करतात?
So Leap happened because our brand became a product.
अच्छा.
People were buying a 6-month package. People were buying a 3-month package. People were a 1-year package. And in that process, we started not only giving your whole brand identity, we started coaching the founder, coaching the business owners. Like, this is how you should look, this is how you should dress, this is how you should talk, this is how you should sell, this is how you should market. So slowly we started working on our coaching skills. And I worked with a coach in Goa, Mahesh Bhai. He guided us on to be a better coach. So we started working closely with these entrepreneurs, and all of them started seeing their best year. Someone grew from 4 employees to 21 employees.
Who are your clients now?
So now we have in coaching around 20
Wow.
small individual founders. Right now we work, we work with the Big Daddy, we work with GIM, we are consulting with Kaineco, we're working with a couple of companies outside Goa, outside India.
ब्युटिफूल. म्हणजे आजचो गेस्ट आमी जर पळयलो जाल्यार आपल्या इंटलेक्च्युअल आनी स्किल्साच्या जोराचेर ताणें धंदो सुरू केलो. तो खंयचो प्रॉडक्ट तयार करना, मार्केटिंग करना, प्रोडक्शन करना, जाल्यार तो सर्वीस दिता आनी सर्वीस कसली जाल्यार धंदो तुवें कसो एस्टाब्लीश करचो धंदो तुवें कसो करपाचो स्वता तुवें कशें लोकां भितर प्रेजेंट करपाचें हाचें लायफ कोचिंग स्कील कोचिंग लीपच्या माध्यमांतल्यान ते आज करतात म्हणजे एका धंद्यांतल्यान दुसरो आनी जसो नेटवर्क वाडलो तशें हायर लेवल व्हडल्या लेवलाचेर ते आज काम करतात टुडे आवर यंग स्टुडंट्स आर वॉचिंग यू टेल देम हाव दे मस्ट प्रेजेंट देमसेल्व्स
First thing, when you present yourself, whatever you want to become, this is the best advice I hear. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to become, you got to show more of it.
वा कशेंपण दाखयतलो ते
Okay, I'll show you. For example, year before last,
हय
I never spoke on stage. I spoke on one stage. There was an event by Saraswat Chamber, which I had spoken as a speaker. So then I made it a conscious point that these are the three things that I want to be known for. I want to be known as a great speaker. I want to be known as a coach, and I want to be known as a great strategist, right? And the word leap. I started putting out more stuff of me speaking on stage. So one stage led to the other stage, led to the other stage.
तुम्ही म्हणतात की इवन सोशल मिडियाचो वापर
It is.
बऱ्या पद्दतीन स्वताक प्रेजेंट करपाक शकता
It is.
फक्त रील पळोवपा पुरतें हाय करपा पुरतें फॉरवर्ड करपा पुरतें न करता use social media to project your strengths. This is the first lesson which Floyd is giving. पयलो धडो जो फ्लॉयड आमकां दिता.
Don't use it to scroll, use it to create.
वाह.
Yeah, so this is the first thing. So if you want to be known as a good video editor, put more videos of you editing videos. You want to be known as a great photographer, put more of your work showing photography.
Good. Number two?
Number two is always hold yourself accountable. Right? In school we have teachers, and find someone who can hold yourself accountable and mentor you. So wherever you want to be, wherever you want to go, follow the path of someone who's already taken it. Suppose you want to be a good photographer, go and ask the best photographer in the state. You want to intern with them for 3 months.
वाह. इंटर्नशिप
opportunity. I want to work with you for free.
म्हणजे फुकट सुद्धा हांव काम करपाक तयार आसा बट तुजो रोल मॉडेल आसा ताच्या बरोबर कामाक लागात अनुभव घेयात अशें तुमी म्हणटात.
Yes, absolutely. Find someone who will show you the way, because they are 30-40 years of experience is invaluable. You will know college, you can't pay an MBA for that.
बरोबर.
Right? So find yourself someone you will hold yourself off, watch their podcast, watch their reels. It is the best.
एक रोल मॉडेल निवडात ताच्या बरोबर काम करपाक सुरवात करात.
Third, do it every day.
सदां कर.
Do it. Suppose you want to be fitter.
हय.
Start taking action on your fitness now. Every day. Don't miss. Miss once, not twice. So you want to be fit. You want to be known as a fit person. Work out 6 times a week. If you feel like you're missing 2 days, 10 minutes. Walk for 10 minutes. But don't break the chain.
Don't break the rule.
Don't break the chain. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't break
Next.
the chain. So the third is to always
practice every day.
To be relentless.
Yes.
Fourth is the most important one. Is to dream big. The biggest problem with
See the big picture.
Is the big picture, right? When you're solving a puzzle, if you don't have the photo of the puzzle in front of you, you cannot put the pieces together.
Wow.
Right? So think so big that when you actually hit it, you know that God exists. Right? So, and thinking big is free.
ग्रेट. सो जीवनाची 4 सुत्रां म्हणजे धंद्यान जर तूं येतलो आनी खंयचो युवा जर फ्लॉयड तावारिसा भशेन जर स्वयंपूर्ण जातलो जाल्यार ताणें 4 मुद्दे एक खूब म्हत्वाचे सांगले. आज एक बरी गजाल म्हणजे आयकूंक येता फ्लॉयड तुज्या बद्दल की लुकींग एट वॉट यू आर डुईंग तुज्या 4-5 वर्साचो चलो हांवें आयकलां ताणेंय धंद्यान तो आयला आनी ताणें धंदो सुरू केला.
Yes. So a lot of things that we didn't learn as kids.
Yes.
How to open a bank account.
ते तुमी तांकां भुरग्याक शिकयलें.
We want to show them.
Wow,
Right?
very good.
How do you sell? Everyone says sell is on the job.
फ्लॉयड बाबालो चलो कितल्या वर्साचो आज?
5 years old.
5 वर्साचो. नाव ताचें एडम. ताणें आपले जी ड्रॉइंगां काडटा ते ड्रॉइंग्स तो विकता.
Yes, he's made into notebooks.
Wow.
He's made into bags, into t-shirts, and he loved cheetahs.
पळय.
Yeah, so because he liked cheetahs, and he kept telling my wife that when he saw like a beggar, someone without food, I want to help them. So it's called the Fast Friend Project. So whatever proceeds of whatever he sells goes to help kids chase their dreams.
सुंदर. नवो वाट तुम्ही जर सोदत आनी नवे प्रयत्न करत जाल्यार ल्हान भुरगीं पासून व्हडले कॉर्पोरेट जायंट्स तुमकां फॉलो करतात आनी ताचें बरें उदाहरण फ्लॉयड आनी ताचें घरकान्न आमकां दिता. फ्लॉयड आनी ताची घरकान्न जे लोकां खातीर प्रयत्न करतात, जे आपल्या धंद्या खातीर करतात, नव्यो कल्पना राबयतात, ताच्या भुरग्या पासून ताणें ती सुरवात केल्या. 5 वर्साच्या ताच्या चल्यान पयलो आपलो धंदो 40,000 केलो
फर्स्ट मंथ.
इन द फर्स्ट मंथ. आनी हाच्या वयल्यान एका मनशाचो इन्फ्लुएन्स कसो ल्हान भुरग्या पासून ते 600 कोटी कंपनीक व्हॅल्यू एड करपा खातीर जावपाक शकता, ताचें ज्वलंत स्वयंपूर्ण युवकाचें हें उदाहरण आज गोमंतक टीव्हीन तुमकां फुड्यान दवरलां. आज आमच्या गोमंतकान अशीं नखेत्रां आसात जेणे स्वताच्या जोराचेर, कामाच्या जोराचेर, कल्पना शक्तीच्या जोराचेर, बुद्धीच्या जोराचेर नवीन नामना मेळयल्या. आनी फ्लॉयड तातूंतलो एक असोच एक आशावादी गोंयचो तरणाटो. ह्या कार्यावळींतल्यान फ्लॉयड सारके लोक, फ्लॉयड सारके युवक तरणाटे आमी तुमचे फुड्यान हाडूंक सोदतात, दाखोवपाक की एक बरी कल्पना कसो बदल घडोवपाक शकता. फायनली वी वॉन्ट पीपल टू बिकम जॉब गिवर्स,
100%.
नॉट जॉब सिकर्स
And life changes.
अँड लायफ चेंजर्स. होच मुद्दो घेवन आज आमी हांगाच विसव घेवया. पळयत रावात गोमंतक टीव्ही, पळयत रावात स्वयंपूर्ण युवा विथ प्रोफेसर मनोज कामत. धन्यवाद फ्लॉयड बाब तुका
Thank you
आमच्या
so much
कार्यावळीन जॉईन
for
जालो
having me on board.
आणि लोकांचे सहकार्य आणि आशीर्वाद असोच तुका मेळत रावू. अशेंच तुजें नांव गोंयभर वृद्धींगत जायत रावू फ्लॉयड बाब.
Absolutely pleasure. Thank you so much and wish you all the best, all the success. I'm your biggest cheerleader. Remember, you were born to be great. Go and achieve greatness. Thank you.
Go and achieve greatness. Keep watching Gomantak TV. Keep watching Swayampurna Yuva with Professor Manoj Kamat.